The Cannes Film Festival has always been more than just a showcase of films. It is a stage where glamour meets mystery, where stars not only present their work but also make statements, sometimes deliberate, sometimes accidental, that the world never forgets. In 2025, amidst all the flashing cameras and red carpet entrances, a story unfolded that no one could have predicted. It was a story not about a movie, but about two people whose connection has fascinated millions for years, Can Yaman and Demet Özdemir. For a long time, fans had wondered if Demet and Can's story was truly over. Their undeniable chemistry and Erkenci Kuss had made them an international sensation. Every glance, every smile, every scene together blurred the lines between acting and reality. Soon, the question was no longer whether they were good co-stars, it was whether they were in love. While the rumors grew, both remained silent, sometimes teasing fans with cryptic posts or emotional interviews, but never confirming what the world so desperately wanted to know. Years passed. Can moved to Italy, building his career there, becoming a global star with projects that brought him closer to Europe's entertainment elite. Demet continued her journey too, starring in new series, films, and eventually becoming one of Turkey's most beloved actresses. But no matter what projects they took on, no matter where they went, their names remained linked. Fans could not let go of the story they once started. Cannes 2025 was supposed to be all about Can Yaman. He was invited to one of the most prestigious European film premieres, and his arrival was highly anticipated. The world wanted to see him, to hear his words, to capture every detail of his appearance. What no one expected, however, was that Demet Özdemir would make her presence felt in a way that shocked everyone. She did not walk the red carpet. She did not post about Can on her social media. Instead, she made a choice that was subtle, intimate, and deeply symbolic. She sent someone on her behalf to show support for Can. At first, nobody noticed. In the sea of glamorous faces, it seemed like just another guest, just another familiar figure among the crowd. But soon, journalists realized that this person was not random. It was someone from Demet's trusted inner circle, someone who had long been close to her. The realization spread quickly, this was no coincidence. This was a message. When the news broke, the reaction was explosive. Fans around the world immediately began connecting the dots. Demet had deliberately chosen to send someone to Can to stand for her, to be a symbol of her support for Can. She had done it quietly, without fanfare, but the gesture spoke volumes. It was an unexpected tribute, one that reignited every rumor, every fantasy, every question that had ever surrounded them. Why was this so shocking? Because for years, both Can and Demet had carefully avoided direct gestures. They maintained distance in interviews, always choosing their words with caution. They rarely appeared in the same spaces. It was as if they had decided that the only way to survive the intensity of public obsession was to create boundaries. And yet, this small act broke through those boundaries. It suggested that no matter how much time had passed, no matter how many walls had been built, the connection between them was not gone. In Turkish culture, gestures carry immense weight. Words may be denied, rumors may be silenced, but actions speak louder. By sending someone close to her, Demet essentially said, "I am here, even if I am not physically standing beside you." It was a tribute to their past, to their bond, to everything they once were and maybe still are. Fans described it as the quietest yet loudest message she could have possibly given. Social media erupted. Thousands of comments flooded in within hours. Some fans were emotional, calling it proof that Demet had never truly let go. Others speculated that it was an apology, a way of acknowledging mistakes and regrets without putting them into words. A smaller group believed it was a promise of reconciliation, a signal that perhaps, someday soon, they might find their way back to each other. What made the moment even more dramatic was Can's reaction. On the surface, he remained composed, smiling for the cameras, speaking about his work. But those who know him well noticed something different that night. His tone was softer, his smile seemed more genuine, his words unusually reflective. In one interview, when asked about support in his life, he gave a cryptic answer: "Sometimes support comes from where you least expect it." And when it does, it means more than words. The world didn't need him to say more. Everyone understood. This was his way of acknowledging Demet's tribute, of recognizing the gesture without dragging her name back into the gossip mill. It was subtle, but powerful, and it left millions with goosebumps. The symbolism of the moment grew larger as the night went on. Photos of Can smiling, of him glancing toward the crowd, of him looking more at ease than he had in months, all circulated online with captions linking him back to Demet. People around the world felt they were witnessing not just a red carpet appearance, but the continuation of a love story they had never stopped believing in. Insiders later revealed that Can himself was touched by the move. Though he did not speak about it directly, those close to him said he felt it was proof that their bond, though tested by time and distance, was still alive. For someone like Can, who has always been guarded about his personal life, this small act of support meant more than public declarations ever could. But what did it mean for Demet? Her decision to send someone instead of appearing herself was significant. It showed she still cared, but also that she valued privacy. It was her way of balancing the two worlds. Acknowledging the past, offering support, but without feeding the frenzy of media speculation too directly. Still, by making that choice, she opened the door once again to endless theories. Did she regret letting Can go? Was this her way of reaching out, hoping he would notice? Or was it simply respect for a man who had been such a big part of her journey? Fans may never know the exact answer. But what is undeniable is that this move changed everything. It reignited conversations that had long since cooled. It brought back the possibility of reconciliation into the public imagination. And it reminded everyone that some connections, no matter how much time passes, can never truly be broken. Can 2025 will be remembered not only for the films, the fashion, and the glamour, but for the moment when Demet Özdemir silently entered the story again, through a gesture so unexpected it shook the entire world. For Can Yaman, it was proof that support still exists in places he thought he had lost. For Demet, it was a chance to express something words could never capture. And for the millions of fans who have followed them since the beginning, it was fuel for hope, the hope that the story they fell in love with years ago may not be over just yet. In the days following Can, the discussion refused to die down. Every entertainment magazine, every gossip page, and every fan account kept revisiting the story. Screenshots of Can's interview, photos of Demet's trusted friend in the audience, and the symbolic weight of the gesture continued to fuel speculation. What made it so gripping was its ambiguity. Neither Can nor Demet confirmed anything, yet the silence itself became louder than words. For fans, this was the kind of romantic drama they had always dreamed of, subtle, emotional, layered with history. Whether it was the beginning of a new chapter or simply a respectful nod to the past, no one could deny the impact. Can had become more than a film festival, it had become the stage for one of the most unexpected love stories of the year. And the world, still stunned, is waiting for the next move.